And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to be doing the Hydra fight for the White Mage relic. So I am here in Eastern Fanalan, next to the entrance of Halatali. And as you can see here, there's two entrances. This is the entrance for Halatali, this is the entrance for Hydra. And when doing this fight, make sure that you are wearing your unfinished relic, otherwise you won't get credit for the kill. So to unlock it, you click on the destination on the floor here when you arrive the first time, or if you've already done that, you could just open the duty finder, go to trials and select a relic reborn, the Hydra. So now that we're in queue, thankfully we don't have to shout for groups anymore, we don't have to do party finder for groups anymore. Some people still do party finder, but it's not really necessary anymore, and that's it. So once we go in, we will continue. Okay, here we go. First things first, as always, stone skin on everyone. We had someone leave very quickly this time. So it's important when doing this quest to make sure that you equip your unfinished relic, otherwise you won't get credit for doing the fight. It seems that someone forgot to wear their weapon, that's why we're waiting right now. Okay, here we go. Important to not stand in the middle as well. But not be too close to Hydra that you get hit by other abilities. Obviously they need to move Hydra because of the fact he's got a fire right there. So when the ads spawn, you have to kill them ASAP. Okay, so now we're on to the middle because he's doing the ability, well, it's a fear ability basically, that if you get hit by it then you will be terrored for 10 seconds and you can't move. Another ad? Yeah, it's another ad. And use Shroud of Saints whenever you can for the mana regen, especially if you don't have a bard in your group. Okay, now we got her in the middle again. It's important to pay attention to everything that's going on and the boss and everything, just so you stay within range and don't get hit by abilities and so on. I'm mostly keeping up regen and stone skins, as it seems to be sufficient. Because the White Mage version of Stone Skin actually will protect the target for 18% of their health. Obviously try not to stand ever in front of Hydra, because that would be a big mistake as a healer. So I used Medica 2 just then because Medica 2 also offers a regen on top of just the AoE heal as well. There you go, job done. Easy. So you don't need to be scared of the fight when you have a decent group, and just do your team a favor, do not get hit by Hydra, keep yourself alive, because if you die obviously the rest of the group will drop one at a time. So don't stand in the fires, don't stand in the ice, and make sure as well that you do not just ever stand in front of Hydra, especially if he's moving. That's the time you get caught out the most. So okay, here we go. So another Hydra done. So I only need to do Hydra 3 more times and then I'm finished. So where I'm going to go now is back to Volgoat Float and talk to Geralt. So the remaining relics I've got to do are Dragoon, Black Mage and then Monk. So remember that Geralt is all the way up here in North Shroud. If you teleport or return to Gridania, then the quickest way to get to North Shroud is to teleport out of the Yellow Serpent Gate. So one thing that's a good idea when going back to Geralt after Hydra is to just re-equip your original weapon, as you're not going to be needing the unfinished relic anymore. You're now done with that part of the quest. And after the Hydra fight, you're going to then be doing each of the hard mode primals, which will be Ifrit, then Garuda, then Titan. And after you've done all of them, you need to make sure that you have this Radzahan quenching oil, which costs 900 philosophy points. And it's a good idea if you can just to buy it ahead of time, just so when you finish Titan hard mode, you're not having to wait to get your relic just because of the item. So anyway, we're back now at Geralt, so let's see what he has to say. So Geralt says, you're still alive? Why the hell do you adventurers have to be so goddamn sturdy? I was bloody sure you'd be Hydra dung by now. But what's done is done, or in this case not done. Anyway, let's talk about that text you brought. It contains the writings of a thaumaturge of Azaneth Ossuary. The bloke wrote of his meeting with our Bajal friend Atoa Khan, who was paying a visit to Alder at the time. Now I can't blame the man for wanting to have himself a bit of fun, eh? The conversation bored me nigh to tears, but you'll be pleased to hear the name Virus did eventually appear. As you're no doubt aware, wood's the most common material used in the making of conjurer arms. But on seeing that Atoa Khan's staff was wrought of stone, our thaumaturge decided to inquire as to its making. Of course, being a Pajal, Atoa gave his answer in the form of a bloody riddle. But I'll spare you the headache and give it to you plain. The virus is made of petrified wood, and therein lies the problem. I went and used ordinary stone to fill in the missing bits, see, and it's obviously didn't do the trick. As you can see, I've done my research. I trust you've also been pulling your weight and putting the relic to use like I said. Well, go on then, tell me what you've learned. So, is that so? I'd wondered about that. Based on what you've gleaned from the text and your first-hand experience, I'll rework the relic so as to improve your affinity with it. Hand it over for a second, will you? Okay, so I'm going to hand it over. So there, the deed's done. That leaves us with one last step. That is fully merging the old relic with the new host and the soul of the bearer. Aye, that's you. Only then can the weapon be restored to its former glory. But to do this I need a fire what's hotter than the seventh hell, and to keep such a fire alive and raging I need wind what's fiercer than the hangover I had last week. Gar, you know what I mean. Just get me a white hot ember, a howling gale, and a chunk of hyper-fused ore, and I'll finish your bloody weapon. And I need me a bottle of Radzahan quenching oil as well to cool it off, which is something we already have. So it says, a white hot ember, the howling gale, and the chunk of hyper-fused ore can be obtained by defeating Ifrit in the bowl of embers hard, Garuda in the howling eye hard, and Titan in the navel hard respectively. The bottle of Radzahan quenching oil can be obtained by exchanging 900 Allagan tombstones of philosophy with Ariana, one of Rowena's assistants at Revenant's Toll. Okay, so the next part of the quest will be to do Ifrit hard mode. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.